Welcome back to the Free and Fully Expressed podcast, where we don't just talk about healing, we live it. And today we're going to throw out the idea that healing has to be always so deep, heavy, and hard. Let's get real for a second. When was the last time you actually played? Not for productivity, not for something deeper purpose-wise, but when you lost yourself in the moment and just really felt alive. Because here's the truth that most people won't tell you. You don't need another self-help book. You don't need another mindset shift. You just need to have some fucking fun. The version of you that is the most powerful, she's the one that knows how to play. The woman who attracts and creates with ease is the one who can let herself laugh out loud. The leader, the healer, the queen inside of you, she isn't just doing the quote unquote work, she's dancing with life. And if you have forgotten how to do that, buckle up, because today we're bringing in that joy back to life, right? We're turning that back on and reclaiming play as part of the sacred practice and remembering that fun isn't a reward, it's your birthright. So let's flip the script on healing for a second, because the world has you convinced that growth has to be painful, deep, and heavy. But what if joy is actually the fastest way to bring you back to yourself? Think about it. When you were a kid, you didn't need permission to sing on top of your lungs, right? You didn't overthink if you were good enough to be able to dance to your own beat. You didn't ask yourself, is this productive enough, or does this make sense? No, you just played. The truth is, joy heals. When you laugh, when you play, and when you create, the nervous system exhales. It relaxes. Your body produces those happy chemicals, and you shift from survival mode to expansion mode, right? You're taking yourself out of survival, and you're really allowing yourself to thrive. So play is a liberation. It pulls you out of the perfectionism trap and stops you from overthinking. And it reminds you that you don't have to work so damn hard to deserve to feel good. So many of us have lost complete touch with play. We have trained ourselves to believe that fun is frivolous. Creativity is only for the artists, right? Or joy is something you earn after you do the real work, right? But that's all lies. All lies. Because you don't need to earn joy. You don't need to justify fun. And you don't need to be productive to be worthy of play. So let's stop talking with the mind right now, right? And let's start embodying this. So I'm going to take you through what I call is like the play prescription, right? It's like reigniting the joy. So here's a little activity that I'm going to walk you through. So step 1, we're going to reconnect to that inner playful self, okay? So I want you to start asking yourself, what lit me up as a child? When was the last time I lost myself in joy? I lost track of time because I was so in the moment. What is something playful I used to love, but now I stopped doing? And write all this down. Don't censor yourself. It doesn't have to be like this deep process. Just allow it to flow, whatever comes to mind. Step 2 is we're going to pick your play therapy. So now you have that list of different things that you got from step 1. We're going to pick one of those things and bring it back to you this week, okay? So we're going to bring that back in. So maybe it's dancing like nobody's watching, or pulling out some paint and making a mess. Maybe it's singing on a stage like you're in Madison Garden Square. Or maybe it is rolling in the grass, jumping in puddles, and coloring outside of lines. Whatever it is, it's perfect. It's good. As a line therapist, I worked with autistic kids in the past, and play therapy is one of our main modalities. And it is so fun to bring that passion and that playfulness into things and just kind of get out of the seriousness and just allow yourself to be. So step 3, put it on your calendar. Yes, literally. Play is a sacred practice, right? And so it's important to prioritize it. So if you're like me, pencil it in if you have to. Just really making that as a non-negotiable in your week. It's important, just as important as showing up for a work meeting, as your healing list or your grocery list, right? It's an essential, non-negotiable part of your week. So schedule your joy, put it on the calendar, make it a non-negotiable. And when that time comes, let go, drop in, and let yourself play. So as you're doing this, like as you're allowing yourself to have these playful moments afterwards, I want you to really reflect and anchor in that energy. So I want you to ask yourself, what belief have I been holding about joy and play that I'm ready to release? How does my body feel when I allow myself to be in full creative flow? And what is one small way that I can infuse more playfulness into my day-to-day life? So let me take you back a little bit in a moment of my life, a moment that like hit me like a ton of bricks. I was doing the inner deep work, as you can't see my quotes. I call it self-devotion because work has sometimes a negative energy to it, right? So I was journaling, I was shadow working, I was doing the healing process, I was questioning, I was doing all the things, right? Yet I was still feeling stuck. And it was like something was missing. No matter how much I processed, no matter how much I wasn't fully coming back to life, right? And then one day, I did something that I haven't done in years. I turned on the music in the kitchen and I started dancing. Not for exercise, not for self-improvement, just because it felt good in the moment. I allowed myself to get out of the head and into the body, right? Because a lot of those processes, as beautiful as they are, you're processing with the mind and not actually bringing it into the body. And that's why in these podcast episodes, I love to talk about the topic, but then I like to go through an activity like I just did with you guys to really help bring it into the embodiment piece, because it's crucial to the healing process. And when I say healing, it's not you're broken, you need to be fixed. It's coming back into wholeness, the all of we are. So within seconds of that dancing moment, something unlocked. I felt alive again. I felt free again. I felt like me again. And then I realized I wasn't missing another mindset shift. I wasn't missing another deep, intense healing session. I was missing the joy. And you may be feeling that too. So that's why I wanted to share that story with you, is kind of your reminder to, am I really just going through the motions and checking the boxes? Or am I having fun and playing with it and reconnecting with myself? Because that's the whole point of the healing process, is coming back into a deeper relationship with me. So listen up, Queen. Joy is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Play is not extra. It's essential. And creativity is not reserved for the artist. It is your birthright as well. So here's my challenge to you this week. Go play. And then I would love for you to share one playful thing that really brought you back to life this week. Send it to my DMs. Drop it on here if you have the ability. At Grow with Jackie B is my Instagram. But I would love for us to connect and hear how this is coming to life for you. And as always, take a woman that needs to hear this reminder today. Share the episode if it cracked something open for you. And hit follow, because we're just getting started on this. You were never meant to live a life of only work, only struggle, only doing the inner work. You were meant to thrive, to create, to laugh, and to be wildly alive. So play, dance, create, and watch how everything shifts for you. I'll catch you in the next episode, and until then, get out there, play like the whole damn world is watching. Because a free and fully expressed woman, we don't wait, we don't ask, and we sure damn don't allow ourselves to shrink anymore. We change the world because we choose ourselves every single time.